we need regulations to reflect real world use. And I think a lot of that and having that certainty and predictability, we need to know the target that we need to hit. We need to understand why we're hitting it. And I think that's why we need to talk more about risk and hazard and the distinction between the two. I think that gets lost. And I don't think people understand that difference. And that's understandable. What the heck is the difference between hazard and risk? So, what I would say is good regulations look not just at what something is, but how it's used in the real world. And I think folks use hazard and risk interchangeably, and they're not the same. So what I would say is hazard is anything that has the potential to cause harm. Hazard exists everywhere.
Sure.
Risk is about the likelihood that harm actually occurs. So that depends more on how something is used, the level exposure, and then the controls put in place. So let me give real world examples. We're getting into summer. Folks are going to be at the beach. A shark in the ocean is a hazard. It has teeth. It's got speed. It's got predatory instincts. Those properties exist whether or not you ever go anywhere near the water. Now, swimming with the shark is the risk. So if you're sitting on the beach, the hazard still exists, but your risk is essentially zero because your exposure is zero. That risk is very low and actually keeps people safe. And so that's why using those terms correctly and understanding how they're used matters. So again, what something is matters just as much as, or how something is used matters just as much as what it is. So I think understanding that, the predictability, the certainty, just knowing that the goalpost isn't changing every so many years or every so many months. Industry will comply, absolutely. But we need to be able to know what we're doing and why we're doing it. And it needs to be based in sound science. I think that is just such a key thing. We can't take extreme hypotheticals.
Right. And that's some of the issues that we're also having in Europe as well. So I think a lot of what you said will resonate with listeners regardless of where they're based.